Good evening. Welcome to the Johnny Cleveland podcast. If you are watching on Facebook, you just don't see me. You see our guest co-hosts. There they are, Matt and Mariah. How are you?
Hello.
You're very loud.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's good.
We are great. We're doing well here in Seattle.
Matt, thank you for coming on air too.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for
It's always nice to have two smiling faces instead of just one. So there's lots to talk about. You guys, I talk about you all the time on the various podcasts and say how we're always looking forward to you guys coming on, and you guys have been doing some more adventures, and I thought you could talk a little bit about that. And of course, there's a lot of forest fires going on. It seems like you can fill us in on what you're seeing there in the Seattle area.
Yeah.
And on my previous podcast this evening, I actually shared my predictions for the Cleveland Browns this year with my bold predictions. So I thought it would be fun for me to throw out the games to you, and you guys can kind of make your own predictions as well.
Okay.
And and see if your record, my record, are the same. Probably not. I have a feeling that you might have some different outcomes.
Well, what's your projected wins at?
Right now, I predict. Well, we'll get to that later. I want to keep people in suspense.
Okay. First, we gotta fill you in on Matt and Mo out in Seattle.
Let me do some. I'm just going to put this on this. I've got some banners here. I thought we'd show everybody. There's our J Cleveland Pod on our Facebook and Twitter. And what else can we show you? Oh, that's our email. jclevelandpod@gmail.com. So thank you for joining the show. Good. It's great to see, man. It's just so good to see you guys. People are used to hearing your stories, but now they get to see you in person.
Here we are.
So tell me about your latest adventures. You guys, I heard, went to Mount Rainier.
Yes. So, just this past Monday on Labor Day, we woke up at 5 a.m. and drove out to Mount Rainier National Park to do the Skyline Trail hike. It's
Okay.
6 miles. It's like 1,700 feet elevation gain. It's a little steep at the start. Amazing. So beautiful. You get right up next to the base of Mount Rainier. There's lots of wildlife. You can see surrounding. It's called the Skyline Trail because you can see the skyline in all the directions.
The other volcanoes.
You see in mountains. I don't know if they're all volcanoes.
Mount Adams.
You see Mount St. Helens.
Mount St. Helens.
You see how it's not okay.
There's a big chunk.
It's just like sad.
Oh, about Mount St. Helens?
Mount Hood poking out.
Yes.
On the very top of the clouds and stuff, you could see Mount Hood in Oregon, near Portland.
Wow.
It was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
That was a good hike. I recommend it to anybody coming out here. And we just missed peak wildflower season, but there were still some wildflowers out there. They smelled heavenly, and they were pretty.
It's better than your new apartment and the cats. And
a bit better than the.
Matt, how are you doing with that?
All right.
If people don't, you want to explain to people what's you don't have to, but.
Yes, Matt has cat allergies. Previous tenants had cats. We're going through an ordeal. Might have to move apartments in the same building to an all wood floor.
Okay.
Who knows?
Well, we just want you to be healthy, Matt.
Oh yeah.
It's very important to all of us.
And with the wildfires going on right now, I mean, that's also not so.
They were showing some photos of the 49ers football team playing today.
Bad.
Yeah, and that they had that aura, that kind of that orange, kind of brownish glow.
We haven't really experienced the orangeness ourselves here in Seattle, but when I woke up yesterday morning, there was a heavy, like, brown tint on the horizon in all directions, and it's just like scary. And I mean, I just the fires are just a little out of control, and I haven't lived somewhere where that's, been an issue really in my life. Kansas that doesn't really have wildfires, and New York was always fine. So it's an interesting ordeal. It makes us respect the environment a lot.
When we went on that trip out summer, when you were a senior going to be going to college, I think we went out west through New Mexico, Arizona, California, and we stopped in Flagstaff. Do you remember that stop there?
I normally don't get asthma in everyday life. It's usually just sports related, but I had to take my inhaler because I could not breathe. The air was so smoky from the wildfires there. So hopefully they'll, get it under control.
No side effects right now. Everyone's staying healthy.
Yeah. The air index is really bad. We were going to go play tennis last couple of nights, but it's like, is it worth it?
Did you go, Matt, and play tennis the other night?
No, I didn't end up going. It was pretty nasty outside. Like, I started like getting a runny nose and sneezing. Going out there.
Okay. Well, okay. So, any more adventures on the horizon for the two of you? Or are you looking
we were actually hoping to go backpacking through the North Cascade Mountains.
Oh, okay.
We got some new sleeping bags from REI. Sorry, Laura and LL Bean.
By the way, my wife Laura works for LL Bean, so that's
We have a great tent from there.
Yes.
And our boots.
That's right. The boots are always the best.
We got some sleeping bags that are like for 15-degree Fahrenheit weather, and we were like, let's go up in the mountains and camp overnight, like backpack to our destination. We're a bit intimidated. We haven't done that yet, but we're hoping to do that in the next couple of weekends.
Okay.
With the wildfires, we're a little unsure at this point, but that's something we really want to get done, is to do an overnight trip. Just everything in our backpacks, hiking in the mountains.
Oh, very good. Well, you guys are certainly the adventurous type, so we'll be anxious to hear more about that adventure soon to come, right?
Well, hopefully we'll get it done here soon.
Yeah. Any changes with your works now? I mean, everything with the pandemic, and we're still working from, Matt, you're still working?
Work from home till middle of January.
Okay. And Mariah, you work at a lab, right?
We actually, at Reach Bio, my small biotech company that I work for, we have actually started to, get some blood samples coming through that have been COVID-19 positive, and running we do a lot of tests on kind of the cells that are in your blood to see what that's looking like. So that's pretty exciting to get involved with that. So we haven't done too much, but we're starting to get more involved with it, and hopefully, make somewhat of a small impact. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's great. So you guys are out in Seattle. Have you been following like the football, like the Seattle, the Seahawks? You're not becoming Seahawk fans, are you, or are you?
I think Russell Wilson's good.
I think I picked him up on one of my fantasy league teams.
I like him because he's married to Sierra.
Oh, okay. Hey, did you guys participate in our draft, or did you put it on auto draft?
Well, we're definitely a part of the draft, but I think it was autoed.
Yeah.
I haven't really checked it yet. I don't know who my.
What did Lisa end up doing out there in Australia? Did she join, or did she auto pick?
I think so. I think we all got some auto teams this season.
Okay. So if Nicole and Sean, I know that they're maybe watching this podcast or the broadcast. They live out there in Seattle too, and so we'll see how that all turns out. I think they were on during the draft, and I think I got Russell Wilson in that draft.
Dang it! I wish I had.
I think I think Nicole was upset. Yeah. What? Tom Brady? Boo! He's down in Tampa Bay now. We don't like him. He's not the greatest of all time either. So, you think he is?
I don't know enough about football to have.
Matt, you're a football guy.
Yeah, Matt. What's your opinion? Who's the greatest quarterback of all time?
Yeah, Tom Brady is, just to be controversial.
Oh, no.
Late gate.
All right, so I've been going through my Browns apparel in the closet this afternoon because the Browns are starting their season on Sunday, and I discovered I have a lot of Cleveland Browns clothing. Mariah is leaving the show.
He has exited.
So where is she going?
I don't know. Maybe you brought up Brown's gear. We'll see what she comes back with.
Oh no! Oh boy! So we're gonna. What I want to do is I'm gonna run through the games with you guys and make your predictions. I'll get a little pencil out here. Well, I don't have anything to write with, so we'll just hold it by memory. Oh, look at that T-shirt! If you
live with Johnny Cleveland.
If you'd like to purchase one of those great T-shirts,
that's John. You'll have John on your face, on your body. Yeah.
Where do you go to buy that, Mariah?
Zazzle.com.
And what do you type in, Mariah? Johnny Cleveland Podcast.
That's what I was gonna say.
So, Mariah, we're gonna go through this list of games that the Browns are going to be playing, and I'd like your bold predictions. So I'm just going to throw these games at you, and if you and Matt disagree, or you can have a collective win or lose. Okay, and we'll see what you guys come up with. All right.
Yeah, I got
you. Ready for this? All right. On Sunday, the Browns now they haven't won a home opener in 13 years.
Oh, they're playing the Baltimore Ravens.
That's right. So they're playing the Baltimore Ravens. Prediction?
The Ravens have one of the best teams in the league right now.
Well, yeah, okay. So is that a win for Baltimore or a win for the Browns or a loss? And a loss for the Browns?
For the Ravens.
A win for the Ravens. Boo. Okay. Game 2, they have the Browns open their home opener on a Thursday night on national TV against the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow.
I don't know who that is, so the Browns are going to win.
A win, Matt?
I could see it too.
Joe Schmo.
All right, week 3, they have a home game against the Washington football team.
Who the heck is that?
They used to be the Redskins, and then they, because of we have the controversy.
Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know that.
They got rid of their nickname because it was offensive to.
So they're the Washington football team.
Yes,
I respect that. That's awesome.
Yes, yes. So, is that a win or a loss for the Browns?
Loss for the Browns.
I'm going to say it's a loss for the Washington football team because they're unsure who they are right now.
We have a disagreement on there. Okay, so Matt, you think that's a loss for the Browns?
Yeah.
Ryan, you think it's a win for the Browns?
I think it's a win for the Browns.
Okay, week 4, the Browns go down to Dallas.
Dallas sucks, but Dallas is going to win.
Dallas is going to win.
Jerry's World. Anybody been down there before? Matt, have you been down there?
I played basketball down there, Fresno.
Yes, every weekend it seemed like we would go down to Dallas.
We've been there so many times. They had huge sports.
We did. Do you remember when we had there was so much traffic in the Dallas area that you and I stopped at a Chili's for lunch or dinner on our way back to Wichita?
Yes, I do actually. Yes.
Remember that? Yeah.
Yeah, we got off the highway.
That's right. It was crazy. Remember how it was creeping along and we were like, oh my gosh.
We're like, screw it. Let's go to Chili's.
Right. And we got, what do we get? The chicken strips and the corn.
Yeah, we got the honey barbecue dipped chicken fingers with the corn on the cob and the fries.
That's right. That's right. Hey, everybody. Thanks again for joining the Johnny Cleveland Podcast. Isn't this great? We've got Mariah and Matt on the show. And Mariah showing off our Zazzle.com Johnny Cleveland personal T-shirts. So if you're interested in purchasing one, go to Zazzle.com. Thank you, Mariah, for being the model that you are. You always wanted to be a model. You talked endlessly when you were a sophomore and junior in high school about just going to New York City and becoming a model. Yes, you did.
People told me I was pretty.
I don't know, Matt. What's the answer to that?
Girl who's told she's pretty.
All right. Okay, let's continue with the games here. All right, so the Browns come home and they play Indianapolis Colts. Phillip Rivers now is the new quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. Is that a win or a loss for the Brownies?
Phillip Rivers? He's a quarterback. He used to play on the Chargers, that's correct?
Oh, sorry, Browns, but they're going down.
They're going down?
The Chargers are good. So, if he came from the Chargers,
Well, who's the
Who's their
Colts have
running
on
back?
offense? Yeah.
Who's the running back on the
For
field?
Indianapolis?
Yeah.
I have no idea right now. I think it used to be like Frank Gore, but
who's the running back on the Browns?
Well, interesting. Nick Chubb.
Oh yeah, Chubb.
And the Browns,
He's
Chubb. And then they they signed Kareem Hunt to an extension yesterday.
Oh.
2 years, $13 million. Who used to be the star there in Kansas City, the Chiefs.
Do they still have that one guy that came from the Miami Dolphins?
Yes, Jarvis Landry.
Jarvis Landry.
Landry, yeah.
Man.
He's the man.
Is Garrett still there?
Of course, Myles Garrett.
His body is like a Greek god. Yeah. Matt agrees. He's like, Anyways. We got Pittsburgh.
I'm gonna say that's a win
for
the
Indy.
Browns.
Yeah. I think Indianapolis is winning that one.
You do? Okay. All right. So the Browns are losing that game.
Is Baker our main quarterback right now?
Well, yeah.
Have
you seen the latest commercial for Baker? The progressive ads?
Play those out here in Washington.
Oh, that's true. That's okay. I didn't think.
Yeah.
Okay. Next game. Now, this is a big game for the Browns. I predict they go to Pittsburgh and play at Pittsburgh.
And
now,
you know what the results of this game will be, John.
No, I don't. I think that, this is a big season for the Browns, and I think that game in Pittsburgh is going to be a big game. So that the Browns can pull it off, I think it's significant for this organization.
I'll give it to them. I'll give that game to the Browns because if they play Pittsburgh at home, they're choking. So
that's right. Okay. Next game, they have another away game at Cincinnati. They go back to Cincinnati. What do you think?
Cincinnati's going to win this time.
Yeah.
You think they're going to win this time? Man, okay. All right.
What's his name?
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
No, what's the name of the guy that we know? Does he still play there? Mason.
Who? Oh, tell the people about that. No, I don't know. We need to look that up.
To the practice squad, I think.
Oh, man.
And how do you guys know him?
UB alum. Go Bulls.
Go Bulls. Hey, speaking of alumni, did you see the retweet we did today with the your Sweet 16 team?
No.
From Buffalo. Remember back 2 years ago when you beat Florida State? They were Buffalo's athletic program was rebroadcasting that and re-putting it up on Twitter and Facebook today. So I put on. You were pretty excited that game. You were jumping up and down.
Yeah, I had a black eye.
I don't think we could see that from afar when you were jumping.
No, that was awesome.
You beat them by 20 that game.
Yeah. They thought they were going to beat us, but we beat them.
That's right. Good job. All right. Quite the memory. All right. Following week, they come home and they play the Las Vegas Raiders. The Oakland Raiders now are Las Vegas Raiders. It's a home game for the Browns.
What's going on? Oakland's now Las Vegas. San Diego is now Los Angeles. The
I know.
Chargers, they don't belong there. They need.
I know.
LA doesn't need two teams.
I think. What do you think? What if Cleveland got two teams? Can we have two teams?
Cleveland definitely doesn't need two teams. Cleveland needs a good team in the first place.
A good team. There you go. All right, they get a bye, so they get the next week off. Well, yeah. All right, we're gonna speed it up here.
Yeah.
Next week they have two home games against Houston and Philadelphia.
Houston's pretty good, and so is Philly. They're losing both.
They're losing to Houston.
They're gonna lose. That's okay.
You think they'll beat Philly? Actually, I don't know anything about the 76ers. Are they the Eagles?
Wait,
did they used to?
The 76ers is basketball.
Why does that say? It's not.
You think the Browns would lose to the 76ers as well? What do you think, Matt?
I'm looking at a website, and it says Philadelphia 76ers.
You're looking at the NBA records, probably.
No, because this is week 11.
Well, the good news is that the 76ers probably
USA Today. I'm calling them out. You need to know your sports.
Okay, next game is an away game against the lowly Jacksonville Jaguars. They've given away every. No, he's not there anymore. They've given. He was never there. He was never there. He's up in New England now. He used to play for Carolina. Yes, he's the New England Patriot quarterback now. He used to be in Carolina.
Cam Newton took Tom Brady's spot.
Yes. So let me ask you this: who's going to have a better season, Tom Brady?
That's just the monopoly. New England's the monopoly. They're like Jeff Bezos of the world. They're Amazon of football.
So who's going to have a better record, Tampa Bay or New England?
New England, no doubt.
Really, Matt?
The players in Tampa Bay don't know how to play with Tom Brady. The players that New England have played with him for years.
But I thought you said that Tom Brady's the greatest of all time. So
yeah, but Cam Newton's gonna dominate with those good players at New England.
Who do they have left? I think New England got rid of everybody except for their coach, Bill Belichick. What do you think of Bill Belichick, the coach?
Oh, no, he seems a little sleazy.
He's an old timer. All right. Let's keep going with the games. Next game, an away game at Tennessee, the Titans.
They should win that.
Yeah, they'll win.
Really?
Who even?
That's a surprise.
Titans? They're blue.
All right. Next game is a home game back with Baltimore.
They won the first time. I think they're going to win again, too. The Baltimore Ravens are going to beat us.
I think they lose that game.
Why?
Who loses it?
I think the Browns will lose that game against the Ravens.
So do I.
So you think they're going to lose both games this year to the Ravens?
I think yes.
I agree.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Next game. They finished the year with 2 away games in the Meadowlands in New Jersey. They played back-to-back games against the Giants and the Jets.
They don't play Buffalo? Come on.
Well, they usually play Buffalo in the snow, but, they didn't,
Okay, well, here's what I have to say. The Giants will lose to the Browns, but the Jets will beat the Browns.
Really?
And then the Steelers will beat us again, too.
They have a home game against the Steelers to finish the season, and you think that the Browns will lose?
Definitely.
So, overall, when we look at this record here...
I'm about a 50. I'm a little bit below 500, I think.
I think you're way below 500. Well, actually, you're probably closer to 500 than Matt is. Matt, what's your prediction? If you were to give the Browns a season record...
How many games are there?
I'm going with 11 wins and 5 losses for the Brownies.
Wow.
I know it's a bold prediction. But
11
by the end,
you're out of your mind.
By the end of the first quarter of the first game on Sunday when they play the Ravens, that record will go from 11 to 5 to 4 and 12. So.
I've seen a lot of seasons of the Browns because
yes, you have,
and they never win. So
I'll put 7 and 9.
7 and 9. Okay.
5 wins, and then that means 11 losses. The opposite of you, John.
All right, we're going to come back to this broadcast, and we'll remind everybody, and we'll see who wins. Put a little what kind of betting should we put on here?
$5.
$5.
$5.
You pay my phone bill for that month. And if I win, you send me a Starbucks gift card. And if Matt wins,
it doesn't seem like I'm winning at all here. What?
And if Matt wins, he gets nothing. He already has me.
Matt, you're the nicest guy,
What do you
so
want?
we all like Matt.
I'll buy Matt some flowers.
You'll buy Matt flowers?
Yeah.
What's your favorite flower, by the way, Mariah? You want to? It's a Kansas.
I love sunflowers because that's Kansas.
Yeah.
But I really like daisies. And
daisies?
Grandma Pat, OG Grandma P.
Yes.
Really love daisies, I believe.
Yes.
I don't know. Also, when we went hiking at Mount Rainier this weekend, there was these purple flowers. I don't know what they're called. They were the best smelling flowers I've ever smelled in my life.
Very cool.
Yeah.
They make candles off of that stuff, I'm telling you.
Well, thank you for going through this wonderful list. Anything else that we need to chat about before we say goodnight?
No.
Nothing? Well, hey, you two, thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate you coming on to the Johnny Cleveland podcast. And we love having you. This is a great platform. Maybe we can do this again as we get going with the season. And hopefully it looks like you're nice and clear and we're getting good sound and everything. So the technical issues had me a little worried. Thank you for whoever is out there watching. I think I see a few people are watching right now.
Who's watching?
I don't know. I can't tell. I just see that there are people watching. So if you're watching, thanks. Hey. I know. I wish people would make comments too. So if you ever want to watch this, leave a comment.
Your
so
name.
Yeah, so Mariah can definitely react to you. So, hey everybody, thanks for watching the show. Mariah and Matt, thank you for being on the show, and
buy your shirts. I know you want a John with you always. They're good to sleep
like those dance moves.
In.
All right, very good, guys. All have a good evening. Thank you, Mariah, for that. Thanks, guys. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for watching the show. Take care, everybody. And remember to
keep smiling.
Take care, everybody.